Hi everyone, Gingerbexxi here again. It's Saturday, fabulous. Again, obviously. This week, I don't know why, but it's not been different from nearly any week I've actually had, but it's been fab. It's been so good. I'm in such a great mood, and I've been in a great mood all week, and it has been so freaking good. I didn't have a very good end to my last week because there were so many idiots on the road and things, but this week has just been a whole week of good moods. Again, nothing's really happened, but I don't know, I just feel it myself that it's been a really good week. I've been really happy at work. I've been really happy at home. I'm starting to get everything together. So it's been really good. As I said, there's not much that's happened this week. Well, I went to the gym a couple of times, and I found I had lost 12 pounds since the last time I had weighed myself, which was the 1st of April. And since the 1st of April, I've lost 12 pounds, which is nearly a stone. And I am so freaking happy. I don't know how I've done it. And I had put a post up on Facebook, and a girl asked me, you know, what's the secret, how have you managed it? And it's basically being skint. I have absolutely no money to my name at the moment. And it's been pretty much how my diet has went is I'm just too skint, but it's good. I've got stuff there and my fridge and my freezer and things, and I've been eating what's there, but I've not been eating any like rubbish, any sweeties or anything like that, and it has really helped me. And drinking a lot of water. The gym's also helped. I had went to a class last Thursday. And I think I said in my last video actually, and it was a brutal class. But it must have helped a little bit. So me and my sister, we've booked in. She goes on holiday on a week on Tuesday, I think. So she's really wanting to get to the gym to get some weight off for her holiday. I'm so jealous. She's away to Tenerife, and I went to Tenerife when I was 17, so about 7 years ago. And it was lovely. I mean, it's a really nice place to visit anyway. So I'm so jealous, so jealous. Hopefully though, my mum and my sister, my grandpa, my little brother and my sister's boyfriend, I think we're all going to go on holiday next year. I'm hoping to actually go back to somewhere like Tenerife or Lanzarote or somewhere like that. So that'll be really fun. I've been on a family holiday for years. It's probably 10 years now since the last time we went on a family holiday. But it'll be good. Funnily enough, actually, I get along really well with my mum. And we do go out drinking, like we go to the pub sometimes and things. And my mum's actually, she's very young. She's now 43? 44? Not too sure. But she's a young mum anyway. And, wait now. 42 or 43 now. But anyway, so when we go to the pub, people don't actually think that we're mum and daughter, and she absolutely loves it. She really loves that. But we used to go to gigs all the time, just the sort of little gigs, like local bands and things like that. They're always so much fun. I was normally 17 at the time. Shh. But they were really good. So yeah, we used to go out drinking quite a lot. So going out to the pub with my mum isn't really that strange for me. Go to the pub with my sister as well, because we hang out with the same group of friends a lot of the time. So yeah, that'll be fun. Cocktails. I love cocktails so much. And when you go on holiday, there's always somewhere doing the big fancy cocktails with the sparklers and everything. So that'll be fun. Again, it's not actually like totally 100% set in stone, but it would be good if we could go. We're all definitely thinking of very seriously about it. I love the airport. Going to the airport is so much fun. No matter what time I go to the airport, and now it sounds like a total alky thing for other people, but when I go to the airport, whether it's 6 o'clock in the morning or like 7 o'clock in the evening, I have a drink when I'm there, like a glass of wine or a cocktail or a vodka or something, just to get your holiday started. But that's the start of your holiday, is the airport, and I love going to the airport. I'm not very good when I'm in the plane because I'm a bit claustrophobic. So when you're in the plane, you obviously can't go anywhere, so it's a bit but I love it. I absolutely love going on holiday. And it's been a while since I went on holiday. I think the last time I went on holiday was about 3 or 4 years ago. And since then I've had a holiday booked, but I had to cancel it. I had a holiday booked this September to go to Lanzarote. But unfortunately I had to cancel it. Mostly because of money. But it was quite lucky because I was going with my ex and we split up. So yeah, lucky that we had to cancel it anyway. But yeah, this week there's really nothing much that's happened this week. It's just been, I was so motivated to work this week. My boss has been really busy, and I managed to get myself caught up with the work that I had. So I've been trying to do as much as I possibly can to help her because it is super busy just now. Just, it's not good when you've got so much work that like stuff isn't getting done. So I've decided I decided once I had finished my bits and bobs, I'd help her, and I've just been so motivated to get it all done. So I'm quite happy. I've managed to get through quite a lot of work. Hurt on my hands though. The filing cabinets at my work are so jam-packed with files, so I went through all of them and seeing what files I could finish up and which files that needed updated and things. But going through, I hurt all my hands and they're really sore. And never ever thought I'd say this, but I broke a nail. I was never, when I was growing up, I was never like the girly girl or, you know, worried about breaking my nail or anything like that. But I never had nails back then. I have bit my nails since I could chew, really. And I stopped biting them last year. Probably, it was March or May. I think it was May. I stopped biting my nails. And I now actually have nails, which I'm happy about because they look pretty. But I broke one. My poor little pinky. But yeah, that's me. But no, it's just been so good, and I'm so hyper, and I'm just happy, and I'm happier because I'm happy as well. I've not been this happy for a very long time, and it's really good to finally get myself to a level where I'm good with where I am now. I just need to get my house in order. I mean, it's relatively tidy behind me, but that side of the room's not, well, it's not too bad. I've got bits and bobs lying about the place. I closed them yesterday. They're actually in my living room. They're not in my bedroom. They're sitting on my floor beside me. Yeah. It was such a lazy night though. I got in, I got undressed, and that was me. I got my jammies on. I sat down in front of the TV. I watched my fairy tale, by the way. Oh, love it. Absolutely fucking love it. But and I just sat here all night, and I cuddled my cats as well. Of course I did, because they're my cats. I don't know where they went. I actually thought this was a cat behind me, but it's my unicorn slipper. My sister got me these for my Christmas. They're actually so adorable. Look at his little face. But, I got them for my Christmas last year, and they're so comfy. I love them. But and this weekend as well, I went for a coffee with my dad, and he's not my dad's son, but he's practically his son. And my sister and her boyfriend, we all went for coffee, and it was really nice. He put me a bottle of Prosecco as well, because I'm having a nice wee Saturday night in, quiet, doing nothing, and when we were in the shop I was eyeing up the bottle of Prosecco, and because I'm so skint, I literally cannot afford anything at the moment, so my dad decided to buy me it. So that it's been actually a really nice day. Me and my dad had fallen out years ago. It was about 10 years ago. We had a big fallout, and we only just in the last couple of years started talking again, and it's now getting to the stage where we can go for coffee and things like this, and I really like that I'm actually able to do that. So I mean, that's another thing, that it just feels like everything's coming together now in my life. The only thing I've got to work on is money, because the paralegal course that I'd done was really expensive, and the work that the place I was working at, they paid for it, but when I left that job to get my new job, I have to pay it back now, and it's a lot of money for me, which is unfortunate, because until next March I am pretty much skint. However, I've decided, I love my little car. I've got a little Citroen, and it's a great car, it really is. I mean, it does make it so cheap to run as well, but I want a Ford, because I've drove one before and it was absolutely amazing. I loved it. I had an Audi before, and it was a beast of a car, and I just loved it. I loved my Andy the Audi, was awesome. But unfortunately I had to get rid of him last year because everything was going. It was an O2, like a 2002 car, and I mean the timing belt was going, the tyres were knackered, the brakes were knackered, everything was just going. So, and it was just costing far too much money to keep running, and the tax on that car was 200 odd quid. It was awful. But so I got the little Citroen, which is a fantastic car, but I want the Ford. But until next year, once I'll turn 25 in August, until then I can't really afford to get it, because I'm under 24, I've only been driving for, I'll be 2 years in June, so by next year I'll have over 2 years experience. I'll have my 25th birthday as well, and the insurance plummets, so it'll be amazing, and I'll get a nice new car. Yay! I'm so excited for that. I love cars, but I'm not a car person. I could probably not tell the difference between one car and the next car. That one's a black one, that's a blue one, that's me. I do like Audis though. I think just now my dream car is an Audi TT because they're just so pretty. I love them. Every single time I see one, I just go, I want that one. It's awesome. So that's a car that I want, but I don't think I'll ever be able to get that one. I mean, the job that I've got is a pretty good job, and it is actually really quite good pay, but it's not enough pay for an Audi. So the Ford is the next car down that I would quite like. My dad's got one as well, and I was sitting in it today going, ooh, I want this one. So yeah, that's my plans for the car anyway. But I was going to tell you something else, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so this weekend is literally just a relaxing weekend. Well, tomorrow I'm going to the gym tomorrow with my sister. That'll be fun. Get some exercise in, and then I'm going to see my mum and my gran, but I don't really count that as doing something because I'm literally going from here drinking tea to going to their house to sit and drink tea. It's great though. I do like visiting my family at the weekend. It breaks up the weekend as well, so I'm not just, I love a Saturday. I mean, last Saturday I literally woke up at 1 o'clock in the bloody afternoon. It was crazy. I woke up, I recorded my video last week, and then I sat on my sofa and I literally done nothing all day. I got up to feed my cats, I got up to eat, and I got up to shower, and that was it. My Sunday, again, I didn't go to the gym last Sunday, but I went to see my family, which was good. I'm all itchy today, I don't know why. But, oh yeah, sorry. Sometimes my mind just completely goes blank and I can't even remember what the hell I was talking about. So this weekend again is a nice, quite relaxing weekend, which I'm so looking forward to. There's not very many times that I actually get to sit and relax at a weekend, which I do like. It is actually pretty awesome for now that I'm going out and doing stuff, and I'm seeing more with my friends, I'm doing more activities, which is really, really, really good. But sometimes it is just good to have a really, really lazy weekend, which I have really enjoyed. I've not got a holiday. My next time off is in August. I've got the first week in August off, which I always take my birthday off. My birthday this year is a Wednesday, but my work is closed on the Monday for a holiday, so I decided to take the Tuesday off as well, so I had the 3 days off, and then I had 2 weeks and 2 days off in September for the holiday that was meant to be going on, but because that got cancelled, I took 2 days back and added them onto my August holiday. So I've got the week in August for my birthday. Well, not for my birthday, but that was around about that time. And then I've got the 2 weeks off in September. I decided to still keep the 2 weeks in September, because even though I'm not going on holiday, I can still go out and do stuff and things, and it'll be really, really fun. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I want to go back to the zoo. I love the zoo. I went to the zoo last year on my August 2 weeks off, and it was amazing. Absolutely love the zoo. It happened to be the hottest day of the year that we went last year though, and it was roasting. It was really, really, really hot. So I would quite like to go on a cooler day because a lot of the animals weren't actually out because it was so hot, which isn't normal in Scotland, by the way. And the next day it was absolutely pouring down with rain. You couldn't do anything. But no, that day it was roasting that day. So I want to go on a bit of a cooler day so that more of the animals come out. I also want to go to SeaWorld as well, because I went there years and years and years ago, but it seemed like such a far away place to go, and all these years I thought it was so far away, and then I googled and I thought that's not far away. It only seems so far away because I was young the last time I went there, and I can drive as well now, so that'll be really good. Go to SeaWorld. I'll just have to drag someone along with me. Have some fun at SeaWorld. I need some more ideas of stuff to do. I want to go on a few more sort of longer drives as well, because where I am, I've got the oil refinery right beside me, and it's not a very, very pretty sight. But the further up you go, really from my work up, it's absolutely gorgeous, and I think on my week off in August and my 2 weeks in September, I'll probably go a few drives just to see it all again, because it is so pretty. But apart from that, I can't really think of much else that I want to do on my holidays. Obviously I'll be having some kind of thing for my birthday, just drinks. Lots and lots of drink. I like drink. Yeah. I think that's actually a bit of a trend in Scotland, apparently. Any new person that I talk to from like anywhere that's outside of the UK really, they all just assume that you're an alky because you come from Scotland. Which is not true, by the way. I only have a few drinks, I don't always get that drunk. The last time, I think, was it only last week? No, I think it was the weekend before. I went for a few drinks with my friends at some point, and I can't remember where the hell it was. And I was actually one of the more sober people. Obviously I wasn't the most sober because there was 2 people that were driving, but I was still relatively sober. My best friend was absolutely mortal, it was really funny. But yeah, I know this week has been pretty good, and again I'm in a fantastic mood, and there's no reason for it. I don't know why or what's put me into such a good mood, but I feel so happy. It's good. I've also found some new music to listen to as well, which is, I love new music, acoustic as well, and it's so good. So music puts me in a good mood. I'm very nostalgic as well. If I listen to a song that reminds me of a certain time, I like to just let myself feel how that was, and it's really difficult to explain, but I'm a very nostalgic person. But anyway, I was sitting on Friday in my car, and on my Spotify I've got everything on my Spotify, from I've got the Venga Boys to freaking Slipknot to Eric Clapton. It's just amazing. I love my Spotify. But anyway, I was driving up to work on Friday and the Backstreet Boys came on. All day, literally all day, I had the Backstreet Boys in my head, and I was down the stairs making myself a cup of coffee, and I was just beginning away to myself because, you know, I was in a good mood, and just thinking about the song in my head, dancing away to it, and the big boss came down the stairs. And I'm just standing there dancing. I didn't hear her coming in, and I just heard the giggling behind me. I was like, oh dear. That type of thing happens to me often, actually. I had been, again, it was another song for the past, Murder on the Dance Floor with Sophie Ellis-Bextor. I had it on my headphones and I was walking down the street, and I looked about and there was nobody there. So I started like walking down the street, dancing a little bit, and then someone was behind me. I didn't realise. So that was a little bit embarrassing. Not long after that, I fell over the pavement and right on my face. I'm very clumsy, unfortunately, and like this week I have so many bruises up and down my legs, and I've hurt myself so many times. I fall down the stairs a lot, I walk into things a lot, doors especially. I mean, doors just hate me. Tables are my enemy. But yeah, I'm still in a good mood though, so that's wonderful. Anyway, I think I will get away and let you enjoy your weekend, and I'll stop my ranting. Honestly, these videos are just me talking absolute shite. Excuse me, sorry. Absolute rubbish. But anyway, yeah, so I'll let you get away, and I am going to go and sit and enjoy some more fairy tale. I'm on the S-Class trials, and I love this part. It's such a good story arc. So I want more. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Again, I'll try and put another video next weekend, so hopefully I'll see you all then.